We are back for another episode of the 323 Bourbon Library Podcast. Got my buddy Giancarlo in the room. We're keeping it easy tonight. Just the two of us. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And I've been kind of one. I wanted to do this with him alone because you heard on a past episode, he's a big rye guy.
I am.
And you were one of the first people when you first came over. You were like, I like ryes, and so we tasted through some ryes. And I recently popped this bottle from Old Commonwealth Distillery. It's a brand new release. I think it just came out about a month ago. And, well, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be a couple months ago. But I think it came out in April or May. End of May, I believe. End of May, 2026. And we're going to taste through and give our thoughts and give some history as well on Old Commonwealth Distillery, but specifically this bottle, the Red Top Rye. So the story behind this is long and fascinating. So I know you're a rye guy, so feel free to dive in.
Sounds good.
Drink it, enjoy it. While I'm going to give some history here on Old Commonwealth Distillery and Red Top Rye, which is fascinating. It's an interconnected tale of a forgotten pre-Prohibition giant. The legendary Van Winkle family, the family legacy, and a modern-day resurrection. Both names share a striking through line. They were once rescued from obscurity by Julian Van Winkle III in the late 20th century, and both have recently been revived for a new generation of whiskey enthusiasts, which is awesome. So the history on Old Commonwealth it's deeply tied to one specific plot of land in on Glensboro Road in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, and the survival of the Van Winkle family business. So the Hoffman Roots began in 1889 and ran through 1979. So back in 1889, there was a businessman named S.O. Hackley, and he broke ground on the distillery along the Hammonds Creek. It was soon bought by the Hoffman family and became the Hoffman Distilling Company. Famous for high-quality sour mash bourbons, the distillery survived the Depression and was later run by the Rippey brothers, famous whiskey barons whose family also started what became Wild Turkey. By the late 1960s, it operated as the Ezra Brooks Distillery, but as the global demand for bourbon tanked back in the 1970s, the facility ultimately shuttered its doors in 1979. Fast forward a few years in 1983, in 1981, corporate owners took control of the famous Stitzel-Weller distillery, ending the Van Winkle family's direct affiliation with the Stitzel-Weller distillery, which is obviously famous for the bourbon that it turned out, right, in the 70s, 80s. But Julian Van Winkle, he needed a new home base to bottle the old prized barrels he was buying back from his grandfather, Pappy Van Winkle's stock. In 1983, Julian purchased the dormant Hoffman Distillery property and rechristened it the Commonwealth Distillery. For nearly 2 decades, the site was the literal epicenter of the Van Winkle empire. In 1997, Julian released a highly limited, legendary Old Commonwealth 10-year bourbon, bottled at 107 proof and believed to be sourced Stitzel-Weller wheated liquid. When Julian moved his operations to Buffalo Trace in 2002, the Commonwealth Distillery closed its doors once again. Just to pause for those that happen to be watching this episode, we have a bottle of not the one from 1997, but the re-released Old Commonwealth 10-year-old at 107 proof. We will pop that on another podcast episode here in the very near future. I'm very excited to try that bottle.
It's making me wait.
Yeah, have to wait a little bit. We'll try to get some of the other fellas in the room to do that. So Julian leaves Old Commonwealth in 2002 to go work with Buffalo Trace. They closed the doors to the Commonwealth Distillery at that time. So fast forward, what is this? All the way to 2024, and the brand sat the brand and the distillery sat in the dark till the fall of 2024. When new owners secured the rights to the name and property. They revived the label with a modern Old Commonwealth 10-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon, departing from the historically wheated mash bill The new version utilized a sourced low rye Kentucky bourbon bottled at a blazing cask strength of 131.83 proof. It instantly sold out. So the history of what we're drinking today, which is Red Top Rye, and I heard you say, "Oh fuck." What are you getting on the nose? You started smelling it. What are you thinking about?
The first one, I got tons of vanilla.
Yeah,
on the nose.
Oh man, it is a. I'm gonna wait to taste it, but man, that thing does smell incredible. So Red Top Rye, the liquid that we're drinking today. So it is one of the wildest, most successful pre-prohibition marketing histories in the American spirits industry, which it eventually crossed paths with Old Commonwealth. The Westingheimer phenomenon is what we're going to call it, from the 1800s to 1920. So in late 19th century, a German immigrant named Ferdinand Westingheimer established a massive whiskey operation outside of St. Joseph, Missouri. His crown jewel was called Red Top Rye. Westingheimer was a marketing genius, and he plastered Red Top Rye across Pullman train cars, passed out free samples at the 1904 World's Fair, and flooded the market with catchy taglines like "the whiskey that leaves no regret." By 1900, it was one of the best-selling rye whiskeys in the entire country.
He had good marketing.
Yeah, fair enough. Marketing, labeling, branding goes a long way. However, when Westingheimer passed away just before Prohibition, his children chose not to keep the brand alive.
Rat bastard.
Fucking kids. It vanished into a trademark graveyard for decades. So now with the Van Winkle intersection into the distillery, so while running Commonwealth Distillery in the 1990s, Julian Van Winkle discovered the defunct Red Top Rye trademark. He recognized its historical weight, and he pulled it out of retirement for a hyper-limited, highly celebrated one-time run as a 15-year-old single-barrel rye, and it's believed to be that was sourced from a medley rye. After the single batch was gone, the brand fell asleep again. So he dropped it one time.
One of.
I don't even know how many bottles. I'm really curious as to how many bottles that single release was. So fast forward to now to the modern revival, 2026 or so. The newly revived Old Commonwealth team officially brought Red Top Rye back to the market. So a lot of the ryes on the market are 95.5 ryes.
Yep.
And so but the rival of this version is a 100% rye whiskey, a mash bill. Just rye in the mash bill.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be spicy.
Spicy? Okay.
But from the nose, it doesn't smell that spicy.
No. So this particular release that just came out is aged for 7 years. It's bottled at 105 proof, and it trades the traditional grassy medicinal notes of a younger rye for a deeper profile of dark fruit, clove, fresh baked rye bread, and honey butter. So I've got some tasty notes. We'll do our thoughts on it, and then we'll
see if
we'll see what the press release says. Right?
Its nose is amazing. Vanilla, caramel.
Man, some fruit leathers in there. It's almost like a.
Oh yeah.
Like a raspberry or a cherry fruit roll-up type scent to it.
Dehydrated fruit. Enough, as James would say, enough with the nose and just drink already.
Yeah. Some of us don't like nosing our bourbon. I definitely really like the nose. It's got this light, very light floral note on it as well that I really like.
There it is.
Whoa!
It tells you it's a rye mid palate
through the finish.
It tells you I'm 100% rye.
Yeah, but the front of it's sweet,
soft,
sweet
and soft.
Yeah, nice mouthfeel on it as well.
Just built and then it hits you.
Yeah,
it's warming.
It is warming.
That it's for my first sip, but it's like I can feel it warming.
Yeah,
but it's delicious. It's
105 proof on it.
We've had some pretty good ryes lately, but
I feel like ryes have really stepped their game up in the last, couple years. Last year there were some really good ryes. 2026, there's been some really good ryes. Actually, a couple really good boer ryes blends that have come out this year as well, which is fun to try. I'm not a big fan.
I'm gonna have to start writing everything I taste here because I'm starting to forget.
Okay.
So I have a notebook here that I'm going to start writing stuff down. Like, you've had this, and this is what you've gotten from it. But it's tasty.
The nose is continuing to develop for me. I get a little bit of like the fruitiness from that fruit leather. There's also like a fresh pear in there as well on the nose. It's kind of in the middle of the nose. Like first up, I get that fruit leather, then it rolls into like a little bit of florality.
I get it.
And then a fresh pear note.
I get the florality. It's almost like it's the blossoms from a fruit.
Yeah, cherry blossom or spring.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's got legs too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Very viscous on the pour.
It's only 7 year.
Only 7 year. There's a lot
of flavor in here for 7 years.
Yeah, I think this would stack up against some of the older, 11, 12, 13-year-old ryes that we've had. Specifically out of MGP. I don't believe this is not an MGP product. It's a Kentucky distillate. I'd have to do a little research on how many places are distilling 100% rye. Because that is a curious mash, but I don't feel like you come across that very often.
Definitely getting the rye, of course.
Yeah.
Not so much the clove and other spices. The honey butter, I think it said.
I think they said honey butter.
I get that because of the mouthfeel.
Okay. Yeah, you've called a note out that they call out, and you're probably better at picking this one out. Is white pepper.
Mm-hmm.
They put that on the back side of the nose. Actually, it's on the palate as well.
I can definitely get it more on the palate. Definitely the white. It's in the finish for me. That white pepper.
Yeah, it's like a sweeter peppery note. The crazy thing is this.
It smells great.
And for those of you that haven't had an opportunity to try any of the Old Commonwealth products, they do move quickly. They sell out fast. I have missed out on several offerings from them, and I'm literally in the queue trying to hit buy, and then all of a sudden it's sold out within 30 seconds of it going live. So if you're interested in Old Commonwealth products, couple tips. When they say it releases at 9, be on it at 9 a.m. or whatever time they say it's going to release. Have a Shopify account, because if you're trying to manually put in your credit card at that moment, you're going to miss it. And they do move quickly. This is not an expensive bottle. This was $65
all day.
$65 on this bottle.
I'd probably have a case of it.
Yeah, there was a limit 3. There was a limit 3. I bought 2 because I was like, I want to drink one, and I love the packaging. I was like, if it sucks, at least it's a pretty bottle.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, it doesn't suck. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I should have bought 3 for $65. We've got another bottle up here on the table that they released just after this, maybe a month, called Old Hoffman. It's a 6-year-old double oaked bourbon. Same thing, $65. Limit 3. I did buy 3 because I was like,
I'm gonna have to start going on.
And the notes on that one are crazy.
The website.
It's like, so sign up if you want to know when it's getting released. Follow Old Hoffman Distillery, or excuse me, Old Commonwealth Distillery on Instagram. That's where I follow them. But you can also sign up for their mailing list, right?
Yeah.
They'll give you a heads up. They usually give you like a 2 or 3 week notice that something's dropping. They don't tell you what day. They just be aware.
Just order it.
And then I think about a week in advance, they tell you the exact date, the time, the price.
Nice.
But they do a phenomenal job with the marketing. There's a gentleman, I should have taken his note down, but if you go on YouTube or Instagram and just search Old Commonwealth Distillery, I don't know if he's like an author or storyteller, but he does a really good job of painting this picture of what Old Commonwealth Distillery is, and I feel bad that I didn't look up his name to start the podcast.
If it's you, please leave your comment or name in the comment section.
Yeah, I'm excited about what they're doing. I know they're sourcing all their whiskeys, but the fact that they're reviving the brands and the labels specifically, down to like the Old Commonwealth bottle that they came out with. Julian Van Winkle used to bottle in a green glass. They're bottling it in a green glass in an ode to that old liquid.
That's awesome.
We know that it's not a weeded Stetzel-Weller. It's a traditional rye mash bill bourbon now. But who knows? They may come out with a weeded in the future. And
let's hope they do.
And
we love weeded around here.
Exactly. So, you're the rye guy. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts on this is that $65 you should buy a case. Easy enough. It's a great pour. Tons of flavor for a 7-year-old rye. I would expect this out of a 12, 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Nose is great. Flavor's great. I just wish you had more now, but
absolutely.
And for the other 2 guys that weren't here today that couldn't unfortunately make it, we have 2 bottles that are unopened. And
yeah, we got
please
some,
hurry.
We got some future ones to try. I think what was I going to say? I had a funny quirk, and
It'll come to you.
It'll come to me after we stop recording, which is great. But yeah, no, Red Top Rye. If you can get it, that's what I was going to say. Hopefully, they don't pull a Julian Van Winkle and only release it one time.
Oh yeah, let's hope it's not another.
I know
10, 20 years for the next release.
I don't think it will be. The Old Commonwealth bottles, I know those are like a once a year release, I believe. But these two other bottles, Red Top Rye and Old Hoffman, they're brand new releases. I think they plan to continue to release them in the future. So sign up if you're interested in trying it. Sign up on the website. Get it on the mailing list.
Please
do whatever you can to get a bottle of that. If you like ryes, I think you'll love this rye. If you don't like ryes and you're just a bourbon person,
enjoy this rye.
I think this one is a great introductory rye.
Yeah, it's soft on the front. You'll definitely get that rye at the end, mid to late palate, but it's very soft, very inviting.
Uncommonly sweet for a rye.
Very.
Yeah. Well, perfect. I appreciate you joining me for this. I'm glad you enjoyed the whiskey. We'll see you very soon for another episode on the 323 Bourbon Library Podcast. See y'all soon. Cheers.